So we're trying to get a two for going. I'm going to do an unboxing video as you're seeing it right now, but I'm also going to do a live unboxing with the Meta Ray-Bans. So live unboxing Meta Ray-Bans on Instagram, and we got the regular unboxing here that you're going to see on YouTube. Yeah, so let's go ahead and start this Ray-Ban unboxing, shall we? Oh snap! What's going on, Ed? How's it going, everyone? We got Dree and Ed in the live chat right now for the Go 7 unboxing. How's it going, guys? And I literally just opened this up, so we're gonna continue on. Jay, how's it going? Jay just joined the chat. Oh, the Ray-Bans are shaky. I mean, I'm jerking my head around too, so that doesn't help. I'll try to be more still with the Ray-Bans. Thanks for the heads up, Jay. Jay says I'm complete gesture convert now. Yeah, I'm all gestures, no navigation bar. All right, what's Ed's got going in the chat here? Ed says there's someone in Boox in charge of inconvenient UI design. Is it? Ed's blasting Onyx right now. Yeah, there probably is. But anyway, let's go ahead and turn this particular device on, shall we? Oh boy. Oh boy. So my glasses are shutting down now. Oh boy, let's switch. The Meta Ray-Bans have died on me. I guess the Meta Ray-Bans will only last you about 30 minutes for doing a live stream, because that's about how long they last to me, or maybe 45 minutes for doing a live stream. So I have to keep that in mind when I'm doing my unboxings and live streams at the same time. Chat, have we tried the scribbles on this device yet? User error. It's probably user error. I'm not gonna hold you. It could be. Let's go to this chat real quick. AJ, thanks for joining. Yeah, AJ says he wouldn't go for this for notes, but just for reading. In the chat, Ed says, you know what you need? A pen. I got the pen. I talked about the pen beforehand. Now, this is not the pen that comes with the device. Those are sold out. I couldn't get one. I had to get this one off Amazon with the device. It was the one that was the most compatible. So it had the longest compatibility list on Amazon of any of the pens I saw. So this is the one I got, just to make sure that it will work on this device. It does work on the Remarkable Paper Pro. I just went over that a few minutes ago. I tried this particular pen on the Remarkable Paper Pro. It worked. It's a bit laggy, but and the eraser on this pen doesn't work on the Remarkable Paper Pro. So the compatibility isn't really there yet. We'll keep working on that though. Let's go to the chat real quick. It's fast in reading, but again, notes seems to be an afterthought. Says Ed from Organize for Change. Definitely, I agree with that. That notes definitely looks like to be an afterthought on this. I mean, that's just from judging from other people's comments. I haven't gotten a full read and bead on this yet, but I will be using it and bringing those thoughts forward. Curious to see if you're better able to do writing than I am, says Jay. The writing seems to be really decent, Jay, for sure. I don't mind the writing at all. Is it wobbly? Yeah. Is the line quality there? No. But the transition from light line to dark line is done really well on this device. They probably made it notes compatible to compete with Kobo. I wouldn't doubt that, AJ. The black version is glass, and I'm waiting for the white version that is plastic. So are we sure on that, AJ? Are we sure on the fact that the black one is glass and the white one is going to be plastic, maybe Mobius? I'd be interested in knowing that. This glass doesn't feel good for writing at all, especially with this palm plastic tip. The Remarkable tip feels even worse, and the Remarkable tip is a carbon tip, not a plastic tip, but it feels even worse on this screen. May it's a new UI. Note tab go. Let's look at the UI. This is the same. Oh, they have an update for it already. I'm not going to do the update right now. This is the same UI, though, if we're looking at it. This is the same UI that was on the Go Color 7 that I got last year. So, same UI, it looks like here. They just added a Notes app to it. Yeah. It looks like the same exact UI. I'll do a comparison between this device and the Go Color 7 from last year as well. What else we got here? Draw the line slow. That's where you get wobble. Okay, let's check that out. Ed says draw the lines really slowly. So let's check it out. We're gonna add a new note. Oops. Okay, here we go. We're gonna make a new handwritten note, and I'll draw the lines really slowly. Yeah. The quick lines aren't wobbly, but you're right, the slow lines are wobbly, if we can see that here. But regular writing, again, like someone made this point in the Discord that USI could just be for people who just want to take some quick, who just want to use a stylus with their device. Not really for writing or drawing. They just want to use a stylus with their device. Wacom is still going to be for people who want a good writing experience and a good drawing experience. I still think Wacom is going to be the choice for those people. Anyway, what I was going to say before was that was what I actually really like using the buttons for, navigation. Hold for back on one and hold for home on the other. Navigation is cool. Yep, navigation is cool. Rod, is that the USI pen you're using now? Jay, yep. The USI pen I've been using is the one that I bought off Amazon. So I'll link this pen in the description of the actual video that I put out. Jay says, I'm starting to wonder if maybe it's just that the pen I found is trash. Maybe this particular pen, Jay, was about 60 bucks. I got this one because it had the longest compatibility list of any of the pens I saw on Amazon. So I just scooped it up. And it had a button and it had an eraser on the back. This eraser doesn't work though. The button does work. Let's see here. Yep, the button does work. The button is a stroke erase on this pen. Oh, AJ says, have you installed Kindle app on the Go? I haven't done anything to this thing yet. One of the reasons I returned the Go Color 7 first gen is that the Kindle app header and footer text was unreadable. Interesting. And that's about the settings you'd use for the Boox devices too. So AJ says, yeah, it's on the website. Oh, the pen's on the website. I'll have to check out their pen that comes with the device to see how well that works. So the white one is theoretically like the Palma 2, where the PMMA layer is on top of the glass substrate. Oh, so it's just so you guys know, Onyx does glare protection on all their devices. This isn't a writing surface. This is just glare protection. Now they may have put a writing surface on the 7, on the white one. That's what I think we're talking about. They may have a writing surface on the white one. And the black one doesn't have a writing surface on it. It just has the anti-glare film. I installed Nova Launcher on the Go. Ooh, I don't want to do another launcher because it slows down an already slow device. So I try to stay away from the launchers, but I get why you would do that, AJ. Jay says, yeah, I honestly don't hate the UI. I do miss widgets a little. Yeah, I don't hate the UI of this. It's just like the last year's UI. I'm okay with that. The home screen is unbearable, says AJ. Yeah, just looking at the home screen right now, like I said, I don't mind it only because I'm used to the Go Color 7, and this is the home screen. I mean, it's not good, right? It's terrible, but oh snap! Thanks for joining the live, Aaron.